Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They started on the ground with Eckler. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. The Chargers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Odafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Running on first down, Eckler. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Down inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Second and 5 now. Jackson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. And
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 1 yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
When you're on your own 1 yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens have moved out in front.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Chargers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Herbert on first down now. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll bring up second down. To throw is Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10,
right at the 50-yard line.
He'll hand off here to Eckler. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Here's Herbert. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hope we'll get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Jackson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A second pin has fallen.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, but they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Jackson running again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 25 yards.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Herbert off of play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Herbert now. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. Finding room at midfield.
Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Herbert on 3rd down now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
This is caught by Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st down, Baltimore.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
38. Chargers 28.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And my goodness, another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down in distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punt around now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space down just beyond the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A big hit there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Herbert to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allowed a conversion. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Herbert. Incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort That was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Ravens, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2.